Alright people, welcome. I am Zoosh, aka Guyver, and this is the British Blacklist, aka Watch It or Not TV, and we are here at the red carpet for the BAFTAs to give you the best interviews and behind the scenes right now. So stay tuned, because we're going to be here all day. So you know what time it is.
Hi, my name is Daniel Nero on behalf of British Blacklist. Lovely to meet you too. I'm good, thank you.
Good to see you.
Could you just tell us your name and what you've been nominated for, please?
Okay, so this is Alison Hammond, and I've been nominated for a BAFTA. I can't believe it. It's for Best Entertainment Performance, and obviously I should be winning. OVS.
We agree. The concept for the show is bonkers, but also makes perfect sense. It also makes perfect sense. What made you say yes to getting involved?
Whenever I decide to do something, I always go with my gut. Something simple, something good. And you know I used to do this job, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
On the red carpet.
I know you did. Yeah.
Looking over my shoulder, I know what you're doing, you know. So don't do it.
I apologise.
All right. You gotta focus here.
Okay.
You know I know.
Yeah. The show looks like it's fun, but fun is the easiest part. But can you tell us the more touching moments, especially when you hear those wonderful voices?
Well, the touching moments for me are, and the funniest moments are when I hear a bad singer and you hear how terrible their voices are. But I kind of like when the bad singers actually win the prize money, because that means they've conned us in thinking that they are a good singer when really they're not a good singer, and they win £10,000. So that's when I get really touched with the fact that they were so good at acting.
Thank you. You're so loved and you've truly come a long way since Big Brother. Not everyone has seen the success that you have. What in your special sauce, and what's been the most pinch me moment of your career?
I think this is quite a pinch me moment, because the fact that I used to do your job and now I'm on the other side, this is like a bit of a moment. Being nominated for a BAFTA is just like incredible. It kind of like recognises the fact that this is graft. You know, I've been doing this for 20 years, haven't been recognised, and now, you know, all of a sudden I've been nominated. I know you shouldn't be defined by awards and things like that, but this is really quite a nice thing to be nominated for. I feel great. You know, there's a lot of sacrifices you make as a single mum to do something like this, so yeah, it's amazing.
Brilliant, thank you. What kind of rituals do you have to get ready for something like the BAFTAs?
Well, you've got to play a bit of Lizzo in the background, don't you, while you're getting ready. I have a full glam team. This is not natural. It's not smoke. It's smoke and mirrors. It is smoke and mirrors. I've got hair, makeup. This is not natural the way I'm looking. I'm looking hot, innit? You know.
Very, extremely. Are there any guilty pleasures, like TV shows or films that you watch that most people wouldn't think that you are part of?
I like The Chase. I mean, that's my guilty pleasure. I don't really want to tell anyone, and I have been on The Chase, but honestly, I'll be honest with you, I was terrible. It was embarrassing. I don't want to talk about that, but I do like The Chase.
Thank you so much for talking. Yeah, thanks so much for talking to us. Take care. Bye bye. Hello there. Hi, my name's Daniel Nero on behalf of the British Blacklist. If you could just tell us your name.
My name's Judy Love. I'm a stand-up comedian, TV presenter, and writer.
What was the most important thing you needed to do today to get ready for the BAFTAs?
Oh, I had to cream. Okay, I had to grease that skin, make sure the hair is laid. Yeah.
In terms of TV shows and films, do you have any guilty pleasures, like ones that people wouldn't expect you to watch?
You know what? There's not a particular one, but I really like action-packed shows. Like that's my thing. I like to sit down and watch someone jump over a car and end up being a police officer who's not qualified, but they had to like fight for the community. I love those kind of things, if I'm honest.
Who are you looking forward to seeing taking home an award today?
I'm looking forward to Alison Hammond taking home an award. Mo Gilligan, It's a Sin. So there's a number of people, but I think, yeah, they've done some amazing things, you know, in the industry and behind the doors that people don't know about. These people have led the way for many others.
Can we look forward to seeing you in anything this year coming, or the beginning of next year? Anything soon?
Yeah, something exciting. Definitely there's stuff popping off that will be announced tomorrow, actually. And yeah, I'm working on some projects, and that's always exciting. And I'm writing a lot more, getting ready for my one-woman show.
Okay, brilliant. If it's going to be announced tomorrow, can we get maybe like a little something that we can take home here at the British Blacklist? I know you got something for us.
Say is just watch my socials for 9 a.m. and you'll see something on Monday, the 9th of May.
Thank you so much for talking. As I said, my name.
are amazing, always representing and just giving the audience an understanding of black talent, where you can find them, what they're doing, and you're always supporting us, so we appreciate you.
One more question. Could you tell us how it feels to see so many black people nominated in these competitions today?
I mean, it feels like about time. That's all I got to say.
My name's Daniel, on behalf of the British Backlist. If you could just tell us your name.
My name is Benjamin Zephaniah, and I'm a poet and writer, sometimes TV presenter.
Thank you so much. So getting ready for the BAFTAs today, what was the most important thing you had to do?
Getting ready for the BAFTAs. Wake up, man. You know what I mean? It's Sunday and I want to just chill out. But my mum dressed me and said, get out there, boy, do your thing. So that was it, really.
Can we look forward to anything new from you coming up this year, maybe next year?
Well, there's going to be another season of Life and Rhymes, my TV programme. I have another book coming out. We sang Across the Sea, The Empire, Windrush and Me. And I'm just being creative. I'm working on some music tracks with Moby. And I'm just generally trying to stay out of trouble and be good.
Do you have a show or a character that's your guilty pleasure that people would find surprising that you liked or enjoyed?
Wow, that's really interesting. That is really interesting. A guilty pleasure. Actually, I really enjoy Judge Judy. Judge Judy. I don't know why. I mean, when I don't want to think too hard and I just want to relax and, you know, sometimes it's funny. Judge Judy, you know.
Well, who are you looking forward to seeing taking home an award today?
That's a good question. I haven't really thought about it, and I haven't even looked deeply at the nominees. You know, I'm just happy to see people being creative and doing their artwork. And I'm so proud nowadays to see that there are so many people from the black community who are involved with these things at all kinds of level. You know, I can remember, you know, I'm 64 now. I can remember when there were like a handful of, there were like 4 black artists in Britain, you know what I mean? And we were rare. Every time we saw ourselves on television, we'd literally have to get a landline and call and go around to say congratulations. So to see the landscape change so much is a positive thing. We've still got a long way to go, we've still got work to do, but that's a great thing to see. And that's all I want to see, really, people doing the best they can.
My name's Zoosh, and this is for the British Backlist. Can you just tell us your name and what you're nominated for today?
My name is Big Zoo. I'm nominated for Best Feature with The Man Dem and Best Entertainment Performance.
All right, so first up, how do you get ready for a day like today?
I eat bare food and drink juice.
All right, so that leads us to the next question. What made you think the show was going to be a big hit? How did you know it was going to be so big for the audience to enjoy it, and where did the idea come from?
Because there's not many black chefs.
Is there anything you want to add to that?
And there's not many Arab chefs.
That's a good enough answer for us. So obviously, grime artists, doing the food thing. How do you juggle both of them? What's the best advice you can give for juggling two things, like a TV personality and doing the grime artist?
Think about the bag and just stay strong. You got to do what makes you happy. I'm lucky enough to get paid to do what makes me happy. I didn't get paid before. I kept going, and thank God, me and my brothers are doing all right.
So who was the most challenging guest to cook for on your show?
I don't want to say it because I always feel like I'm drawing them out when I say that. So no one was challenging, they're all amazing.
Hi, my name's Daniel on behalf of the British Blacklist. If you could just tell us your name and the nomination that you're up for today.
My film, Death of England Face to Face, is up for Best Single Drama.
And just tell us your name, please.
And my name is Clint Dyer.
Thank you so much. When you and Roy were working on Death of England, of course there's a buzz and excitement when an idea is shaping, but being here today, BAFTA nominated, are you shocked at all?
Oh, shocked, so shocked. I mean, obviously we started out as theatre, you know. In fact, there's a lie. We started out as a short film. But in terms of it really making the presence felt, it was obviously through the National Theatre, which is just over there. And it was always theatre. It was always, you know, it's a one-man show. We felt really fortunate to be able to make 2 of them. Obviously, you know, with the pandemic, it cut that a bit short, but now we've realised that all of them are going to be on NT at home, so everybody can see all of them. So please, if you haven't been able to watch them on Sky, even though it's on Sky still, you can now watch it on NT at home, all 3 episodes. So, how do we feel about it? I can't even put it into words. You know, it's a fantasy. It's a fantasy. You know, as you can see from the grey hair, right? I've been around for a while, you know, and I've wanted to make films, and then suddenly to end up making a film through a theatre, which is where I started. That's like a pure joy, unexpected.
Thank you for that. And what is it about Death of England that you think people are reacting so positively about?
I think people really like the honesty inside it. Because it's theatre, there's a writer's voice that isn't held down by the idea of commerciality or internationalism or anything like that. So it really is me and Roy's voice. And you can be a bit more bold and make it a bit more lyrical than you usually would with a normal film, because it's not naturalism in the normal sense. So it's a heightened reality. So from that perspective, it's coming from theatre and managing to make a film is just. You know, as you can tell, I'm speechless. I'm literally speechless. You know, thank you.
Little Birdie tells us that there might be something new in the pipeline from yourself. Could you give us a little bit more information about that?
These birdies, man. These birdies. You know what? Oh God. You know what? There's so much I'd like to talk about.
A little something, a little gem.
I mean, look. I'm thinking which one, and I can't say anything. I tell you what, I can say this. I'm going to say this, right? Boxing fans are going to love what I'm coming out with soon. There.
That's it. That was okay. Well, thank you for that. Anyway, thank you. Getting ready for the BAFTA today. What was the most important thing that you had to do?
Make sure that I brought my speech. I had to check in that it's there. Yes, that is what it is. I mean, who knows? I might not need it, but yeah, I got to be prepared.
Hi, my name's Daniel Nero on behalf of British Blacklist. If you can just tell us your name, please.
I'm Dipo Ola, Nigerian, and I'm part of Landscapers.
How does it feel to see Landscapers nominated here at the BAFTAs?
It feels like it's deserved, because I think Landscapers truly did something that a lot of other TV shows haven't. It's unique, it's creative, and it's well directed, well produced, well acted. Not me, everyone else.
Could you tell us a bit of how it was like on the show, working with the different actors and the amazing cast and the amazing directors, etc.?
Well, it was really good because they did this thing where they went for really small actors. So there's these two actors called Olivia Colman and David Thewlis. I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but they're like, you know, they're up and coming in their career. No, I mean, like, they're the best actors to work with. Everybody was so giving, and it was just a privilege to be able to be in their presence and learn from them. So, yeah.
Getting ready for the BAFTAs today, what was one of the most important things you needed to do?
Trim, haircut, F's Barbers, F's Grooming Lounge in Vauxhall, that's the spot. So many great black creatives go there, and I had to go and get effed up before I came here. I had to. Can't catch me lacking. You see these lines? Can't catch me lacking, bro.
Is there a TV show or movie that's like your guilty pleasure, so something that people wouldn't expect for you to watch?
Yeah. So something you don't know about me. I like musicals. High School Musical 2 is one of the best musicals ever written, right? Listen, the songs are really songing, bro. Like, the songs are amazing. And yeah, I mean, everybody in the school holidays, 2006, 2008, High School Musical had the streets. And that's it. Look, the secret's out. I don't care. Laugh. It's who I am. You get it? You get me?
Is there anything coming up for yourself that we can look forward to seeing you in?
Yes. I don't know if I can say because they haven't announced it yet. I don't know if I'll get sued. But I'm shooting a musical pilot. That's all I can say.
Could you let us know when it's coming out or where it's going to be?
I don't know. It will be, if I say it might get away. I don't want it because it's a big corporation. I don't want to, you know, they're the type of corporation that people will come from the sky and take you out, and I don't know, so.
My name is Zoosh for the British Blacklist. Could you all tell us your names and what you're part of?
I'm Lucy Shorthouse. I'm part of We Are Lady Parts.
I'm Faith Amole. I'm part of We Are Lady Parts.
I'm Demi Ladipo and I'm part of We Are Lady Parts.
Nice. All right, so first question. How do you get ready for a day like today? Like, what's a ritual? What's a must do?
You stress. You get really stressed.
Yeah,
and run out of hair grips.
I just kept texting people like, do you have this? What's this? How do we get to this? How do you get ready for it? I don't know. Have good people in your life that calm you down when you're stressing, literally.
Eat beforehand because I am hungry now. And I thought, let me not eat because you're going to get dressed and you don't want to be too bloated. And now I'm here starving and I don't know when we're going to eat. So eat beforehand.
I did have Haribo before and I think that really helped. Genuinely, I think that really helped.
One Haribo.
Yeah, I did have 2 Haribos. No, joking.
All right, could you tell us a bit more about your show and what you want people to take most from it?
We Are Lady Parts. It's about an all-Muslim punk band and this world of amazing people. It's about sisterhood, it's about family, it's about friendship, it's about anybody who feels othered, knowing that they are accepted and loved. So I think it's a really good show for this time, it's a really good show for this generation, and I'm excited and proud for people to watch people who look a bit more like them on screen doing something that's really cool.
And seeing just black and brown bodies experiencing joy and just like living their purpose and it not being something that's trauma-led and difficult, like let it just be absolutely joyful. Yeah.
Damn, they've covered it all. They've left me literally nothing else to say, but what I will say about the show, what I want you to take away from it is that don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Anyone is capable of anything.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
We didn't cover that though.
No.
Quite ominous though.
Left it for best for last, you know.
All right, so do you have a guilty TV show that no one really knows about, but you're care to share today?
A guilty TV show?
Do you know what? I've been watching reruns. Actually, it's not guilty because it's my favourite, Sister Sister. Sabrina the Teenage
Oh my
Witch just went on
gosh,
Amazon Prime. The
yeah,
Sister Sister was the
yeah,
one. My Wife and Kids. That's not guilty pleasure,
That's
but
not guilty.
it's all on Amazon Prime, and I'm just instead of watching Succession, I'm watching all the old like Michael Kyle kind of.
Yeah. That's not guilty. That's something to be very proud
That's
of.
good taste.
I don't have guilt, but I do watch the same shows over and over. Like if any show gives me joy, I will rewatch it and rewatch it. I watch Doctor Who all the time. And should we tease the new Doctor?
Yes.
So I watch new Doctor, but I just rewatch the same shows all the time, and I'm a bit ashamed of that because I am an actor.
Married at First Sight, that's my guilty pleasure.
Oh nice.
It is so good, but I feel guilty for watching that because I know it's, well, anyways, I love it. But yeah, guilty pleasure, that's the one. Married at First Sight.
Okay.
Australia, by the way. The Australian one, yeah, that's the serious one still.
Hi, my name's Daniel Nero on behalf of British. My name's Daniel Nero on behalf of British Backlist and Watch It or Not TV. If you could just tell us your name.
I'm Giles Torreira.
Getting ready for the BAFTA today, what was the most important thing you had to do?
Getting ready for the BAFTAs. I had to get back to London. I'm on tour in Bristol at the moment, so I was a bit worried about getting back to London. But I got back to London fine, got a good night's sleep, and here we are, nice and early. Usually these things are in the evening, so it's nice to be here in the day, sunshine, yeah. So far so good.
Okay, brilliant, brilliant. Can we look forward to anything new from you coming up?
Yeah, I'm going to do 2 plays. I'm doing 2 plays at the National, just next door. One's called Blues for an Alabama Sky, which is in the summer. And then the next one, I actually can't tell you about, but because it's not quite announced yet. But Clint, I'm doing it with Clint. So yeah, you'll know about that soon.
Death of England is obviously up for a nomination today. Obviously, you was in it. What would you say is the importance of that being nominated for on the BAFTA stage?
Well, I don't think a film production from the National has been nominated for a BAFTA before. It was important that the National made use of their stages and their spaces during lockdown. So that's how it all came about. Turned the Littleton stage into a film studio, and we filmed a couple of productions there. I think they did Romeo and Juliet, and they did R1 Death of England. So we did it like literally a couple of weeks rehearsal. The shoot was like 3 weeks. Obviously not a huge amount of money, but a really brilliant idea from Roy and Clint. Got a really cool team together. It was a real joy to do. So the fact that it was very small production, kind of small, low budget production, crazy idea that Clint had, and the fact that it's done so well, I think is really important to show how you can make theatre live with film. It's not just filming a production that's a stage production. It's actually, Clint said, right, actually, how are we going to tell this story cinematically on the screen and make the use of that whilst embracing its theatricality? So I think it's very cool that it's been received so well. Yeah, I'm happy.
Hi, my name's Daniel Nero on behalf of the British Backlist. Just start off, what was your ritual today getting ready for the BAFTAs?
Yes, I don't know it's a ritual, but I think it's important to make sure that you haven't got any spinach in your teeth. So I brushed them, and I I put some Moroccan oil in my hair and made sure that my toenails were cut. I think, and if you got the teeth, you got the hair, you got it all. That's what James Brown said.
You've played many an iconic role, but twice now you've played Neville Lawrence. Has playing Mr. Lawrence affected you personally, even as an actor?
Well, yeah, I think any father, any black father with an adolescent son is going to ask himself whether he should tell his son that the world is basically a dangerous place or the people are basically decent. You know, should you alarm them and keep them on constant alert, hypervigilance, or should you say, be sensible, it's all right, people are basically good? I'm pretty sure, I mean, I've got a son who's the same age as Stephen was when he was murdered, and I worry about him all the time. So, you know, you've got to worry, you've got to be sensible and not make them paranoid, but at the same time, just make sure that they're aware of the fact that there are some really psychotic people out there. But basically, people are decent, I believe. I hope.
As a BAFTA OG, you have seen the evolution of types of shows and talents being nominated with a lot more representation than ever. How does this make you feel as someone who's a champion of change and representation?
Well, listen, when I was a kid, the black and white minstrels were still on TV. And, you know, it stayed on TV until 1978. That's like 10 years after Woodstock, 10 years after the Rolling Stones Free concert, you still had the black and white minstrels on TV. And it's taken decades for us to reach a point where all the nominees in my category are pretty diverse. You know, we've got a gay guy, we've got two black guys, you know, and we cover the range of ages too. And none of us, I think, comes from, we don't have origins in what you might call the mainstream. Isn't a single Dominic or a single Benedict. None of us has been to Eton or Harrow. Do you know what I mean? So in that sense, progress has been made, but there's still a lot more progress to come.
It's quite significant of the Stephen Lawrence story that is told and is being recognised by the BAFTAs. The discussion is whether awards matter over the art at all, but how important is it when projects like Stephen get nominated and potentially win?
Oh, it is important. I mean, I think the fact is that as good as Stephen was, a lot of people still haven't watched it. I think it's a little bit like Ava DuVernay's series, When They See Us. You have to brace yourself to watch it because you know it's going to be upsetting. You know, so I think awards like this might just prompt people to watch this because it's a great piece of work, and a great piece of writing, great piece of direction from Ulrich Riley. And I think the three of us, Charlene White, Steve Coogan and myself, we put in a shift to try and do justice to Doreen, Neville and Clive Driscoll. So it's important because it might shift the focus from us onto them and onto the story.
Hello. We meet again. We've been good. Yourself? All right, could you just remind the people of your name and what award you'll be presenting today?
Okay, well, my name is Jasmine Jobson, and I will be presenting mini-series tonight, mini 18 series tonight. Very, very exciting. And that is all I'm going to say, actually.
Nice. All right, so a day like today, how do we get prepared for it? What's a must-do?
Oh my gosh, so today, because today was such a beautiful day, and I had to celebrate the fact that this is the second award that I'm presenting. I had a little mimosa this morning with a little Matt D's breakfast, you know what I mean? Get myself ready, so I'm eating. But yeah, no, it was good. Had a little bit of bubbly as well, and now I'm just ready, so kind of just crack on, yeah. Glammed up. They're really excited. Everybody looks so stunning tonight. And I mean, this is like my first proper BAFTA ceremony that I've come to, you know, obviously because I was nominated for a BAFTA I think a couple of years ago, but it was around COVID. So it's very, very difficult. We had to do everything virtually. So actually being here and being around everybody is such a beautiful experience. I'm so excited. I'm just absolutely mind blown right now, to be totally honest with you. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Last time we touched on Noughts and Crosses, your new show. How is that going with everything?
Oh my gosh, it's been absolutely amazing. The response has been amazing. Everybody loves Cara, which is exactly what I wanted. Yeah, it's just all round really exciting. I mean, it's very difficult to jump on a project that has already got an established cast. So, I mean, for me, I feel like I was a little bit nervous at first, but I've molded very, very well with the team. And Kobe being director that directed on Top Boy as well, so he's kind of like my brother, so we already have our little bond. So I already had my little family unit there, so I've meshed in very, very well with them, and I'm very, very proud of what we've done. You know, it's amazing. If you guys don't know, Cara is a young female that is struggling to find her identity in a world where being mixed race is unacceptable. So yeah, it's a difficult one. So yeah, I love it, and the response has been beautiful.
Okay, so what we wanted to know, do you have a guilty pleasure show?
EastEnders. I said it. EastEnders, Hollyoaks, yeah.
Hi, my name's Daniel Nero on behalf of the British Blacklist. Okay, if you could just tell us your name and what you are to the BAFTA.
My name's Krishnendi Majumdar, I'm the chair of BAFTA.
Was there anything that you did today special to get ready for this type of occasion?
Well, obviously I had to get ready, put my threads on. You know, it's always exciting.
Cool, yeah. Is there anything that you've designed today or anything that's happened today that you think we should look forward to, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, I've just heard that Ncuti Gatwa is going to be the new Doctor Who. I've literally just heard the news, and he's presenting an award tonight, so we're going to see him. So that's exciting. But I think there's just such a brilliant array of nominations tonight. British TV has never been stronger, and I think it's, you know, the diversity of stories out there is incredible, and I think TV is in rude health.
Who are you looking forward to seeing take home an award today?
Well, I can't. I mean, obviously, being the chair, I have to be impartial. I am nominated myself in single drama, but I can't say no. That's a tough category. I loved It's a Sin. It's such a great, entertaining, funny, moving drama. Made you think. You learnt about HIV and what was going on in this country in the 1980s. So I think that's what brilliant TV does. It makes you feel, makes you cry, makes you laugh, makes you think.
And in terms of TV shows and movies, British TV shows, is there like a guilty pleasure that you have that people wouldn't think that you would watch, but that you do?
I love MasterChef. I love MasterChef, and I love the Great British Menu food programs. When I go home, I'm tired, I just want to watch stuff like that, relax and watch amazing food. And yeah, so that is well, it's not even a guilty pleasure, they're great shows. But yeah, that's funny. People think I just watch serious drama. I don't. I watch all sorts of things.
And how's your culinary skills in the kitchen?
Not so good as my wife, but I'm getting there.
Hi, my name is Daniel Nero on behalf of the British Blacklist. Now, see if you can just tell us your name and what you've been nominated for, please.
Yeah, my name is Ncuti Gatwa, and I have been nominated for Sex Education Best Male Comedy Act.
Eric is such an iconic character. It's the nuances that we don't usually see that makes him so lovable. What is special about him to you?
Just who he is, I think. Like the different intersections that he sits in, we don't usually see on screen, and that's what really excited me about him. And I think just how like constantly excited about life he is. He's 16, so you're able to do that at that time. But like, yeah, just constantly lovable, giving out love, and that's what I like about him.
I would have loved to have gone to a school like Mordell, that American high school vibe-esque. What were you like in high school, and who were your tribe?
I was a traveler. Like I had all the I like would move around the tribes because I felt like you've got to be around them all to conquer, to rule them all. But I was a good boy in the house and a bit of a naughty boy out the house, is what I was like at school.
Getting ready for the BAFTAs today, what was the most important thing you needed to do? Getting ready for the BAFTAs today, what was the most important thing you needed to do?
Get this suit right. This is Orange Culture, Nigerian designer, and the only thing was that I just needed to bring this suit because I was obsessed with it from the moment I saw it, and I was like, we need to bring Orange Culture to BAFTAs.
And also, it seems that congratulations is order that is just broken in terms of Doctor Who. How does that make you feel?
Excited, honoured, I still can't quite believe it. A little bit nervous, but overall excited.
Hi, my name is Daniel Nero on behalf of the British Blacklist. If you could just tell us your name and what you're up for, what nomination you're up for today, please.
Yep, I'm Amari Douglas, and I am nominated for supporting actor for It's a Sin.
You look great, by the way. There's so much pressure around shows that depict such an important time in our history. What was the most challenging part of bringing Roscoe to life?
As soon as I read the script, like I was just really compelled to sort of find out about the black queer community specifically at that time, because they haven't. There's not enough stories about that group of people, and the first thing that came to mind to me was that I think where we are right now, because they're so present in sort of the culture that we have right now, I think people think that it's sort of something that's come about now, and actually black queer people have been sort of doing all of the groundwork for the queer people that are here right now. And so there was like just a lot. I got to meet some amazing people. I got to meet some really, really, really amazing people who are like trailblazers. They were doing all this amazing stuff in the 80s. And I think just meeting those people and just feeling their spirit and it was just a great sort of like springboard for me to sort of like launch myself into that project, because I just felt like that I really wanted to do justice the sort of the work that people had done in that time, and who he is as well, because of, you know, the family line in that show for him is something that was a reality for people back then, but it's also a reality for people still right now. So yeah.
You're not of the generation that It's a Sin portrays. What was the most revealing or a shock to learn in exploration of that?
I think the government's handling of the virus, and it was really complex. I did a lot of reading, and it's interesting how history kind of repeats itself. You know, we might not be in the sort of exact same situation that we were back then, but just seeing the way that the powers that be can sort of try to handle those situations, it's kind of haunting, you know.
How you doing, my man? You right? My name is Zeus. This is British Blacklist. Could you just tell us your name and what you'll be nominated for today?
My name is Roy Williams, and I'm being nominated for Best Single Drama. I'm the co-writer of Death of England, Face to Face.
Okay, so before we get started, I'd love to know, what is your ritual for getting ready for a day like today? Like, what's a must-have or must-do?
I don't really have a ritual. I think my ritual is not to have a ritual. I try to think. What I try to do is try to not think about today at all. Just wake up, listen to TalkSport, see how my team's getting on, all of that. And so my ritual is just get it out of my mind, get it out of my mind.
Nice. All right, so when you was working on the Death of England, of course the buzz and excitement when the idea was shaping, but being here, nominated, are you shocked at all?
I'm delighted. Yeah, I was shocked, but overall just immensely delighted. It's so many people worked really hard on this film, and there were times when I didn't think we could get it made, in spite of, you know, last year, the pandemic and the lockdowns. But we did. We had brilliant creative people led by Clint Dyer, the Don, and we did it. So this is like, just to get a nomination is a real vindication of the hard work that everybody did on this film. It's brilliant. It's great.
And what is it about the story that you think people are reacting so positively about? Like, what is it that you feel that people are taking in and relating to?
What we're trying to do is, it's a hard subject, dealing with racism and pandemic lockdown and post-Brexit world. But you know, it was always mine and Clint's intention to leave the film with a sense of hope. Because that's exactly what it was, even though the film's got a bleak title, Death of England. But what the characters are talking about, what they're arguing about and fighting about, is a new England. And then at the end, we give them a sense of, okay, we come together, and this could be a brand new England that the old England we leave behind, but no one's been reborn. So we want to leave it with a sense of hope.
Totally. So we're going to change it up a little bit. What's a guilty pleasure for you? Watching TV-wise, like what's a TV show that no one would expect that you're watching that you don't really want to let off, but today might be the time?
Oh, it's not shown anymore. It used to be Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, The Weakest Link, those game shows. They're my guilty pleasure. I love those, and also MasterChef. Because during lockdown, I got into cooking, and I'm not too bad at it now. so I'm always looking for recipes.
My name is Zoosh, and we're for the Zoosh, H at the end. Zoosh for the H at the end, yeah? Like that. I worked hard on that one, Can you tell us your name and what you're being nominated for today?
My name's Samuel Adewumi, and I've been nominated for leading actor for a TV show I was in called You Don't Know Me.
Nice. So what I really want to know first and foremost is, how do you get ready for a day like today? Do you have any rituals, any must-dos, anything that like it has to get done before I come today?
Well, the one thing, you've always got to try and smell nice. So I have my fragrance ready for me, my Penhaligons. But other than that, no, man, you just kind of take it as any other day, and then just try to enjoy yourself and try to chill maybe while you're getting ready, because all of this is kind of mad, you know what I mean? Yeah, and it's hot as well, bro. It's kind of crazy that the sun's shining like this today. I mean, all black, you know what I'm saying? But we out here, got the handkerchief close, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta keep that float. Wipe the forehead.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm off camera.
Yeah. Can you tell us what has been the most satisfying response to your character in You Don't Know Me?
That's a really good question. I suppose like the best reaction you can get is like when people tell you that they feel seen, or they feel like they could relate to your character. And my character in the show is like, he's not the stereotypical sort of black character that we get shown all the time. And so he's just a normal guy, you know. Just one of his great lines is he just sells cars, you know what I mean? So he's a normal guy with a normal job, just trying to provide for his family, and like that's not always necessarily shown with like people like us. So yeah, when people are like, yeah, I feel seen, I feel like this is someone that I can relate to, that's not a gangster or this or that, it's like, that's a great response.
What was one of the most important things about Hero that you wanted the audiences to see?
I wanted the audience to just relate to how normal he was. Again, it's just like there was nothing special about him. Like, he was just an ordinary guy that happened to love someone and love his family and love his mum and his sister, and that just led him to do extraordinary things. And so, yeah, for people to be able to relate to his ordinary nature, but also to see like there's a hero in all of us, because, you know, when it comes to the people that we love and trying to protect them, like, we'll do anything, and that's what my character did.
All right, just to switch it up a little bit, do you have a guilty pleasure, like a TV show that's a guilty pleasure that no one knows but you're willing to share with us right now?
Ooh, a guilty pleasure TV show. Nah, you know, I tend to watch stuff that I like. So if it's like,
what's something you'll be surprised, people will be surprised that you watch?
I watch Archer. That's like an interesting, like, sort of adult comedy type thing. That's like maybe kind of off the beaten track. Maybe, I don't know.
It's Daniel Nero on behalf of the British Blacklist. If you could just tell us your name and what you're nominated for today.
If you don't know my name, you shouldn't be watching this show. That's all I'll say about that.
Brilliant answer. The absolute importance of our history being documented is finally being recognised with your work. Small acts in recognition to Uprising. What have these projects taught you about yourself personally as a filmmaker?
I'm not necessarily about a filmmaker, but just as a black British person, in some ways, it's sort of taking me back to places that sometimes you have to go backwards to go forwards. I think on these projects with Uprising, Black Power and Small Acts and Education and the one other documentary I can't remember right now, it's just brought to the fore how far we've come and how far we need to go. Sometimes, you have to go to those places which are painful in order to sort of understand where we've come and actually be resilient. You can't make those things bigger than us. If you're afraid to look back or afraid to look at something, then that thing is bigger than you. And it's been a wonderful revelation, in a way, to sort of see how wonderful you and other young black people are doing, because of the people in the past have sacrificed so much. It's fantastic.
Thank you. Choosing titles for projects that do the depth and breadth of the efforts went into bring a project in life is not an easy job. It needs to entice, and maybe in projects like this, not offend or turn off. Why was Uprising and Black Power uplifting?
Well, the titles are very easy. I mean, they're never a problem for me. I'm not afraid to say what I want or how to want to communicate. They're very easy. It's easy. The only thing that's going to, as I said in the previous question, is fear. In any situation, the fear is the things that are going to hold you back. And you've got to identify the fear, because often you don't you don't recognize it. But once you identify, you have to solve that fear, and then you can do what the hell you want. But you got to deal with the fear in order to sort of move on.
Thank you. And to the generations who were birthed after New Cross, the Brixton riots, the Black People's Day of Action, how do we ensure our stories aren't erased?
Like I said, keep no fear. Just do it. Just do it. Like Nike says. Sorry, no advertising, no pun. Just do it. You know, don't. Sometimes enough talk. Do it.
Last question. In terms of a day like today, the BAFTAs, what is something important that you need to do before you get ready to come here?
I think brush your teeth.
Hi, my name's Daniel Nero on behalf of the British Blacklist. If you could just tell us your name and what nomination you're up for today.
So Tahira Sharif, and I'm up for Best Supporting Actress for The Tower.
All right, brilliant. When you read the script and saw Lizzie's journey in the story, what was it about her that stuck out as a character?
I think that she had a really strong moral compass, but was someone who just got easily caught up in the wrong thing and had to decide between right and wrong, and then that weird grey area in between, and that journey really interested me.
We're long overdue a female cop duo running the streets of London. Is there a chance that there'll be more Lizzie and Sarah? And if there is, where do you see that story going?
I mean, I think I can say there's a strong possibility that we may be back soon. And the story's based on novels that are already out, so, you know, you can go and find them.
Getting ready today, what was one of the most important things you had to do for the BAFTAs?
I think just settling my nerves, you know, walking.
How did you do that?
Listening to music, just like thinking about everything that I'm really grateful for. But I had about quite a few hours to get ready, but it went by so quickly, it was insane.
In terms of TV shows and movies, is that a guilty pleasure that you have that people wouldn't really think that you would be watching?
Possibly. One of my guilty pleasures is Cobra Kai. I absolutely love it. I've watched all of the seasons and I can't wait for the next one.
Is there anything that we can look forward to seeing you in coming up soon?
Yeah, at the moment I'm actually literally just come back for the weekend to come here, and I'm filming a TV show in Tenerife called A Town Called Malice. And it's all about, it's set in the 80s, partly in London, partly in Spain. Crazy crime drama, and it's going to be amazing.
So my name's Zoosh, this is British Blacklist. Zoosh, H at the end. Okay. Yeah, almost Zeus, but with a H at the end. So could you tell us your name and a bit about the series that you're in?
Okay, so I'm Tanya Moody, and I'm in a series called Motherland, and it's been nominated for Best Scripted Comedy, so I'm here to kind of, you know, be with the team and cheer everyone on, and yeah.
All right, so today, a day like today, being nominated, Best Comedy, how do you get ready for a day like today?
Planning and organisation. I'm sorry, but I'm very militaristic about that. Days in advance. Book the makeup person, get the outfit, order the outfit, try it on, make sure it fits, hang it up, sort everything out, sort out the kids, sort out the laundry. Actually, I only got about halfway through my laundry, so I kind of failed. But the teenager is now taken over. It's a militaristic operation, so that by the time I do get dressed, that I'm like, chill. Do you know what I mean? Because all you have to do is do this next, right, dress next, hair, makeup, boom, get in the car. And even my car didn't show up either, yeah. My BAFTA car didn't show up. And my partner came and he was like, I'll take you. I know, I know, I was like, woo! Yeah.
All right, so Motherland, can you tell us a bit more about that and what you think is going to be the most relatable for people to understand about that show? What do you think people are going to take most from the show, from watching the show?
Well, the feedback that I've had from the audience is that in a really rough time that the country's been through over the past few years and is still going through now with the cost of living crisis and all that, that Motherland is like a go-to destination to just forget about their worries and laugh with people who are not that far away from their own experience. Do you know what I mean? Like, just middle class, working class mums all together in a London state school, thrown together to be friends in inverted commas, even though maybe they wouldn't hang out with each other normally because their kids are at the same school. And they all kind of get up to all kind of shenanigans together. And I think people just appreciate that, just to kind of get out of their space of suffering. Do you know what I mean?
All right, so I feel like you do, I'm not judging you at all. But do you have a show or a guilty pleasure that no one knows about that you're willing to share today?
I do. I mean, I watch a lot, obviously, because I also make my own work, and I have a couple of different TV shows in different stages of development. So I have to watch a lot as well, so I know what's going on. I can reference things. But the one that's a guilty pleasure, the one that I call my chocolate box show, is The Gilded Age, which is like the American version of Downton Abbey, you know, made by all the same people and stuff. And I just lapped that up. I loved it so much. The costumes are beautiful. The acting is just like perfect for what, I mean, it's a feast for the senses.
My name is Zoosh, this is British Blacklist.
I know who you guys are.
Could you just remind the people who you are and what you're here to do today?
Oh, I'm Zizi Mills, and I'm finished now, so I'm kind of done for the night. I was doing the red carpet. I was presenting on the red carpet. It was loads of fun. My first red carpet I've ever done, and it was the BAFTAs, so I can't complain.
So how do you get ready for a day like today? What's your ritual? What's a must do?
Do you know what? It was quite stressful, you know. I was actually, I'm usually quite calm, and then what happens is like the last 10 minutes is always like a rush, like the hair, you're putting on your outfit, and then it's all like, oh my God, what's happening? And then they're calling you to come down. You're like, oh my God, it's all good. And then so that's the most stressful part. The last 10 minutes, I think. Yeah. No, go.
I was going to ask, who are you most looking forward to winning an award today? Can you say?
Either Big Zoo. I want Big Zoo to win, and Mo. Yeah, I love those guys. So they're and Alice Hammond. Can you notice something happening here? Yeah, all of the above. Yeah, exactly.
So do you have a guilty pleasure show? A show that you watch that not many people know you watch and would be surprised that you're watching?
I love trash TV. I watch a lot of trash TV. I feel like trash TV is the best because it takes you away from whatever's going on in your world, and you get to see like, rah, people are more messed up than me. Amazing. Like, do you get what I mean? So I love it. I love watching all those type of things. I do like dramas, but I have to be in the right mind space because you got to like, you know, sometimes it can feel, you get home from a long day at work, then you watch the drama and you're like, oh, it's heavy. But I love watching all TV.